Good evening, everyone. Today it's Friday, September the 1st, 2023. I spent the whole day actually today, to clean up this room and my working desk. The reason I did that is because I decided a couple weeks ago to buy even more storage box like this, because I think it's starting to be messy, both in my laundry room and on my working desk. If you guys remember, there used to be a lot of filaments stacked behind the stairs, and it makes the stairs kind of wobble around and it's not really stable. So I decided to buy 6 more storage boxes and kind of rearrange around all the stuff that I have. Now all the filaments are sitting in this box, which is transparent, and I can quickly see which filament do I need. And they are also, I specifically bought this because they are also airtight. There is rubber here and with 4 clasps to seal the box. I dropped my jumper. Hopefully it can help contain and make it airtight so that the filament can stay longer. I also throw a bunch of desiccant there to make sure that it's also dry. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There are 2 additional boxes inside this room now, which is kind of cramped, but I guess it is what it is with the limited space that I have. I kind of like move around some stuff to make sure that everything's still accessible, even the washing machine down here can still be open. And yeah, what I also learned today is because before, every time I try to organize my stuff and clean up my room, I always try to categorize everything and put everything in the specific box with the hope that next time I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna return it to the same box. But this time I realized that yes, it's actually really great and ideal, but keeping in mind that this place is really small and I need to kind of like stack the box in layers. Not every box is really easy to access. And what happened every time is that things starting to be misplaced, and I started putting stuff wherever I want or in whichever box that is the easiest to access. So for now, as what I'm trying to do is I also leave one small container here purposely empty, and I just fill it in with whatever stuff. So it's from it's the filament to make a pinhole, my mask, the glue, basically mix max of things. And the idea here is that whenever I want to quickly store something to make up some space on the desk, I can just throw it in here. And also most of the big chunky stuff that you normally stay on the desk, I can also quickly throw it here if they don't have spot on my backboard behind. So I think what I'm trying to do here is I kind of accept that things can get a bit messy, but at least it's not messy all over in this room. But there is one specific box to kind of keep all the mix-max things. And from time to time, when it starts to be crowded here, I will just like take it out and start categorizing this stuff again into the corresponding box. So yeah, I'm quite happy. Although there are 2 extra big objects in this room now, but for some reason it feels less cramped because it's more organized now. One last thing that I need to do still with the organization is to update the labeling, because I need to do everything quickly so that it can be done in one day. I just disregard the labeling and just like taking out everything and start categorizing again. So I reckon that it's faster if I just take out all the labels, throw it away, and start relabeling stuff. So that's what I did today. Although there is actually one big object now in this room, which is the bamboo lamp that kind of like takes up almost half of my desk, which is fine. And on top of that, this morning I also printed the second version of the dice pepperbox, because I think yesterday morning the first version was just printed and I haven't assembled them. Now they're all assembled. Unfortunately, there is still some tolerance issue. I think the chamber inside is still too tight. So when I try to screw everything tightly, the mechanism doesn't want to move. It's too bad. But I think the most important thing is that the barrel mechanism kind of works. And also the sizing is pretty nice. It has only 3 barrels instead of 4, which is nice. And basically what I did to stop the barrel is basically by using series of magnets. If you see here, there are 3 magnets that is corresponding to this one magnet, which I just realized that this is a bad position because it sits right on the seam, and by putting the magnet and gluing it here will make everything permanent. So I need to move this onto these 2 spots to correspond with the other ends, the Y end. But the idea here is basically the magnet's the one that will stop the barrel in the correct position. It works. It's just this stupid tolerance thing kind of like ruin everything. It works before, I swear. But so what I did before, I tried to kind of loosen up and tighten up the screw one by one until I find a correct tolerance to try the mechanism out. Maybe I should try it again so that if I'm lucky, maybe I can show you how the barrel mechanism works. This is super annoying because it's still too tight. But the idea here is when still too tight. Maybe I'm not lucky today. Let's try again. Anyway, it worked last time, but now this part is too tight. Anyway, the idea here is you see this lever right here will goes up and rotate the whole thing, and when you cock the trigger it should rotate, which is now quite hard to rotate. I don't want to try to force it because it will break everything, and I don't want to print all the small parts again. Anyway, that's the idea. And then the magnet right here will stop, will make sure to stop the barrel in correct position. sucks that I cannot show it to you guys, but by tomorrow it should be working. I'm quite confident with it. Don't want to jinx it though. But yeah, anyway, I kind of like the new design. Sizing wise, it's much sensible, and yeah, it looks more realistic in my opinion. And yeah, you can tell here the tolerance is also still wrong. I cannot like slide this easily. I think it has something to do with the orientation of this grip, because I'm trying to achieve a smooth finish on the outer side, and what I did is I basically printed the grip on where the diagonal, how should I say, the slanted side is facing downwards onto the build plate, and it resulted to everything is kind of like printed diagonally like this, with this like jagged surface on the top layer, and it kind of mess with the tolerance. So yeah, I don't know what can I do to kind of solve this, because I really want to have this like a tapered shape of the grip. I don't want to make it too bulky and all like straight like this. But yeah, the only thing that I know can work is if I printed everything where the straight surface is facing the bottom, but then it will be resulted with like a weird pattern on the outside. Although I also rate that you can also play around with the the print quality on bamboo and its own variable, where the, how should I say this, the layer width doesn't need to stay the same for the entire surface or for the entire layer. So it can start with 0.2 and it can finish with 0.12. I think when I briefly read that, it's people use it when they want to print something with a spherical object, to make sure that, you know, normally if you print something spherical using FDM printer, normally the top side will show this like weird pattern, and I read that by using this it can help, but I don't know if it also works for something diagonal like this, it's or only for like a spherical object. I need to do more research about it. But yeah, it is what it is. Kind of bummed out that this doesn't work while I'm trying to shoot my log entry. But anyway, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna edit everything again and put it for print. Anyway, that's the update for today. Anything else? No, that was the update for today, and thank you so much. See you in the next log entry. Bye bye.